Innovative di Hatiku represents a slogan that focuses on prioritizing community and future students, especially from the B40 groups. The spirit that arises from this slogan is to continue the effort to always give and help the community and prospective students in need. This slogan should remain a principle in every innovative citizen, so that this slogan is spoken in every community throughout the state in Malaysia, and make innovative as the main option to pursue higher education.
Inovatif di hatiku. Inovatif di hatiku. Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.
Innovative di hatiku.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to everybody. Welcome back to this channel, Innovative Business Channel. We will be on live, Facebook Live, every Tuesday 2 p.m. Okay. All right. Today we are going to discuss about another topic related to Blue Ocean Strategy, which is Ercc Grid. Okay, so why does it mean by Ercc Grid? Yeah. Okay, so remember the past 3 weeks ago we talked about strategy canvas, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so in strategy canvas, so what we are doing is basically we are creating a new value curve. All right, so in order for us to create a new value curve, so we talk about one tools that we used last week, which called 4 action framework. Okay, so what does it? Just to recap, what it is a 4 action framework. So it is something like the same thing that we are talking today, which is eliminate, erase, create, and reduce. So these are the 4 actions that the company needs to ask themselves in order to find a new feature in their product, so that they can create a market where there is no competition. Okay, so when we talk about Blue Ocean Strategy, it's always about creating a new product, not necessarily 100% new. Sometimes you can just tweak here and there. But the most important thing, the most important feature, why we wanted to do Blue Ocean Strategy is because we want to go into the market where there is no competitor at all. Okay, so today we are going to talk again about the same thing that we discussed last week. Yeah, so last week we are discussing about 4 action framework. Okay, so which is eliminate, erase, reduce, and create. Okay, Ercc Grid is also the same thing. Yeah, we are talking about E stand for eliminate, R for raise, another R for reduce, and C is create. Okay. Okay. So why it is called grid? Because basically there is 4 items. So if you put all the 4 items together, it becomes 4 square and become a grid. Yeah. For example, eliminate, erase, reduce, and create. So it becomes 4 grid altogether. So that's why it is called Ercc Grid. Okay. So a lot of people is asking where they can get all this information about Blue Ocean Strategy. So basically everything is there. You can go and buy at the bookstore Blue Ocean Strategy books. It is published. It was published somewhere in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. But if you just want to see the overview of Blue Ocean Strategy and all the tools that we are discussing in this channel, so you can always go to the website blueoceanstrategy.com. Okay, so inside the website you can see all the tools available. All right, so again, what we wanted to do by having this Ercc grid is basically to ask ourselves, for example, if you look at the first element of Ercc grid, which is the E itself, stand for eliminate. So we need to ask ourselves which factor that the industry has long competed on and should be eliminated. Okay, I don't know about other industry, but in higher education, if you look at higher education industry, so those days, before the birth of internet, before the birth of digital technology, so every higher educational institution relied on physical facilities. Okay, but this might not be the case anymore because as you can see, during this pandemic time, we no longer require physical facilities. So basically what we are doing is we are using all the digital technology available to deliver the class online. So this raises a question whereby in the future, after the pandemic ended, so should we still maintain physical facility for delivering educational product? So that is a very big question there to be answered. Okay, why this question is important? Because if you look at the cost of delivering higher education, the cost of physical facility accounted between 30% to 50% of the overall cost. Yeah. So what happens if all this can be digitalized? What happens when the lecture itself can be recorded and can be replayed millions times, you know, so without incurring cost or teaching hours, the actual teaching hour to the academic staff. So that will definitely will reduce the cost of delivering higher education, and hence then we can make education almost free for everybody. So that is how we use eliminate by questioning back ourselves what can be eliminated. Eliminated within the factor that we can eliminate the feature of the product within the industry. So for Innovative International College, we are thinking in the future, we may want to at least offer 30% of our program online. Why? Because by doing so, we will be able to reduce our cost further. At the same time, when we reduce our cost, we can make sure that our pricing is more competitive to the students. Okay. Now we look at grid number 2, which is raised. Which factor should be raised well above the industry standard? Okay, if you look at the higher education industry, so what is the concern of the students so much? The student concerned about their employability. All right, so the student didn't come to higher educational institution just to spend their money and 2 to 3 years of their life so that they can earn little money when they graduated. No. So why students invest their time and money into higher educational institution because they are expecting higher return after they graduated in the form of higher salary. So, for innovative international college, so we should ask ourselves if we want to enter a blue ocean whereby there is no competitor, so we need to ask what are the things, for example, if this is the factor which is most critical to the student, which is the employability and the salary rate. So what can innovative do to ensure that our graduates is enjoying better employability at the higher salary rate? So when we go and discuss with the industry, then we notice that there is a gap between the industry, what the industry wants, and what being offered normally at the higher educational institution. So the content required by the industry and the content delivered, there is a gap, there is a differences. So what we do, we map our syllabus exactly towards what required by the industry, and hence we has the ability to produce graduate which is really recognized by the industry, desired by the industry. Hence our graduate get better salary and get faster job, and they are very happy. Okay. Now we move on to, that is one of the example. Then we move on to the third grid, reduce. Which factor should be reduced well below the industry standard? I'm not sure about other industry, but for higher education, I mean, if we look at our cost standard, so basically about 80% of our expenses we spend on facility and also human resource. Okay, so can we reduce the cost of facility and human resource? Yes, we can, by increasing the digital technology adoption within our delivery structure. Okay, so what does it mean? That it means that if I ask my lecturer to record their lecture, okay, so the same lecturer can post the lecture in YouTube, for example, and the same content can be viewed millions of times without incurring the teaching hour, the actual teaching hour. So basically, the lecturer is replicating themselves digitally. Okay, so and hence the same amount of the lecture. I don't say that we are going to reduce the number of our academic staff. No, but basically what happened is by using technology, we will be able to increase their capacity in managing the students. So what will happen is if the capacity is increased, then the cost per student can be reduced. Okay, and the last one is create. So what are the things that the industry can create? What are the things that innovative can create that other institutions unable to do so? All right, so Innovative International College, we have a lots of product which is not available at other institutions. So one of it is work-based learning. So work-based learning is a program. It's a similar program. It's MQA accredited program. But the special thing about work-based learning is that the student is learning. Learning and at the same time working and earning salary. So what happened is every month the student will get around 600 ringgit to 1,200 ringgit for their training fee or training allowance with the industry. So at the end of the day, not only the student doesn't have to take education loan since they got the allowance from the industry. They also graduated with a minimum 2 years experience with the industry. They are trained by the industry. So Innovative only train about 1 semester to 2 semester only. So this is work-based learning, and it is very popular program at Innovative International College. So this is something new that we created. Yeah. So another thing about what we create is that recently when we've been awarded a new program by MQA, Diploma of Accountancy. So what we do is that we created our own accounting firm. So basically our student, instead of doing a normal boring assignment, they can attach themselves to a real accounting firm, and at the same time experience in managing the financial activities of a real company inside the firm. Yeah, so it is very interesting whereby how the student can actually learn based on the real data, based on the real task. So that is the new thing that we created. Of course, I'm sure that other industry also have their own way of asking these 4 questions. So I hope we can start using all these tools available in this blue ocean strategy, because if you look at the economy now, we are having issue with the COVID pandemic. We are having threat because the country is moving towards digital economy, and if we are not ready, then of course we won't be able to compete anymore. So it is a real threat, and I hope that all the listeners take this notes. This is a very important notes. And then if you need further information, you can always browse to this website, blueoceanstrategy.com. Okay, with that, I would like to end my Facebook Live session for today. And thank you very much for our technical team for assisting me with this live. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you again next week. Bye.
Saya Cik Am, Senior Counselor, inovatif di hatiku.
Hai, saya Aiza, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Yahurin Muhammad Yasin, inovatif di hatiku.
Hai, nama saya Kana, inovatif di hatiku. Saya Aini, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Arisha, inovatif di hatiku.
Hai, saya Ain, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Wanu Fazira, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Nurfahana binti Zul, inovatif di hatiku. Saya Asma Amanina, inovatif di hatiku.
Hai, saya Hamka, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Muhammad Helmi bin Abdul Rahman, inovatif di hatiku.
Nama saya Nurul Al-Akila, penolong pendaftar Kolej Inovatif Antarabangsa, inovatif di hatiku.
Hai, nama saya Muhammad Faiz bin Abdul Razak, inovatif di hatiku.
Saya Abdul Rahman bin Kasbi, pendaftar Kolej Antarabangsa Inovatif. Inovatif di hatiku.
Inovatif di hatiku.